Today we are going to be taking a look at COTI. Now COTI is currently 8% down on the day, and relative to Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's up 3% and 0.79% respectively, because obviously Ethereum and Bitcoin have had a recent bleed in terms of their price going a bit lower. We can see that 24-hour low and high, there is quite large disparity, about 25 to 33% volatility in the day. They're currently sitting at just above that mid-range of that, and we can see their volume is 154 million, which is rather large considering that their price action for everything's quite high at the moment. To see that particularly their volume go up by 104%, it's very interesting. You can see that there's a lot of volume relative to their market cap today. Their market cap is 227 million, so fairly low. They're fully diluted in my opinion. Obviously I'm not a financial advisor, so anything I say should not be taken as grounds to invest. Now their market cap is low in relation to others being almost a trillion or 10 billion, etc. So we can see that their circulating supply is currently 33% of their maximum supply, which explains the disparity between the market cap and the fully diluted market cap. Personally, I much prefer it when the market cap is closer to the fully diluted market cap, just because there's less supply to come in the future. Obviously, there's going to be some of that locked into smart contracts and so on. Now, taking a look at their chart, we can see that in the last day, as we talked about, they've been kind of consistent around the 0.35 mark. It's a very volatile day for the markets, and over the last 7 days, again, it's a very volatile period for the crypto markets. Just a few days ago, it was it was hovering around the 0.32. It touched on 0.4, and now it's back down to 0.34. So we can see that the last week's been fairly consistent but volatile at the same time. Take a look at the last month. We can see that there was extreme volatility, especially surrounding the April the 20th, when the price went all the way down to 0.22, a price we haven't seen for really in the last 2 months really. So we can see that there's been a massive rise up of these altcoins, and it's only a matter of time, I guess, before there is some sort of correction surrounding their true value and their true price. And it looks as if the last few weeks and months as such have been very rocky, and this is where we're really trying to go up and down to find the true value of these cryptos. Obviously there's so much hype surrounding the crypto markets that it's kind of everything's a bit all over the place. Taking a look at what COTI is, we can see that COTI marks itself as the first enterprise-grade fintech platform that empowers organizations to build their own payment solutions, as well as digitizing any currency to save time as well as money. So we can see that COTI Pay is the first application, fully encompassing finance on the blockchain. The COTI Group launched it in 2017. Staking was launched in 2020, and it is essentially what claims to be an all-encompassing ultimate power grid of payments. So they're actually releasing their COTI card. I think we can see it somewhere on their Twitter, or the COTI debit card. We can see that the COTI debit cards are currently being worked out, and they're currently going through the phase of trying to send them out. Now, the COTI can apparently, transactions-wise, handle about 100,000 per second, I believe it was. That needs to be double-checked, just like everything in this video. Whereas traditional methods like Visa can only handle 25,000. So really, using blockchain, crypto, and COTI, they're able to handle a lot more transactions per second, and their speed of that is very good. Taking a look at who are the founders of COTI, we can see that there's Samuel Falcon, David Ashraf, and I believe these guys have got an extensive background in terms of the crypto space and in terms of startups in general. Now, there was a bit of controversy around what they've done previously in terms of did they get done for fraud. However, I believe, as somebody said, they've explained that before. It's all a big kind of confusing thing. My friend Owen told me about it, and I was kind of worried, like, have these guys been done for fraud? Because you never want to invest in a crypto that this team has been done for fraud. But I feel like they released some sort of debunking statement of that. So that's worth looking into if you're thinking about the coin, as I will very soon. So where can you buy COTI? You can buy it on Binance, and Binance has the highest volume. So I think because of the highest volume there, that means that the transaction is going to happen very quickly. Buying, sell orders happen quite quickly, so it's probably the best place to buy it. It's also on KuCoin and Uniswap, and if you're looking to sign up to Binance or KuCoin, use my links down in the description below, and you should get some money off your trading fees or potentially some free KuCoin. So another good thing that I think is a positive sign that I wanted to touch on for COTI. So another thing that I wanted to touch on was the Cardinal venture fund made its first investment of 500,000 in the firm COTI. So we can see that Cardinal, a very big crypto, believes in COTI and is giving it money to fund the development of COTI and what it's trying to do and all of that. So we can see that the 20 million fund was launched in July last year, which aims to grow the Cardano ecosystem, and that money was given to ADA. They have a background of that money was given to COTI. They have a background of working together because COTI created the first version of ADA Pay in 2019. So I think it's really encouraging personally seeing that a big crypto is funding this smaller crypto and believing in it. If we take a look at its market cap at $229 million, giving it 500k, it's basically given it in a donation 1 over 500 of its market cap, which is very interesting. So clearly COTI need the money, and clearly COTI are going to be using it to develop forward, which I personally like to see. They've recently touched 100,000 followers on Twitter, which clearly shows how hyped up COTI is. Like, COTI is a very mainstream, popular crypto, which is sometimes great but sometimes not good, because if it gets so popular it can get caught in a pump and dump. Is this all just big one pump and dump? You know, that's the scary thing about it. You have to wait and see. But what could send COTI to the moon is ultimately, you know, everybody using the COTI debit card, COTI becoming the main transaction method between crypto and the normal space. And you know, you can stake COTI. There's so many different things that you can do with COTI. I mean, their trust chain is at the center of their DAG structure. DAGs are relatively cheap and cheap transactions. And I think, yeah, it's all about if crypto becomes mainstream and an accepted payment method for whatever is on in life, then, you know, if COTI are at the center of that, they're going to grow as a crypto. Their stablecoin, you can create stablecoins, world's first platform optimized for creating stablecoins, where you can issue your own kind of coin as such. I mean, like, I could create the economic exchange me coin and accept that as a payment. They've got loyalty networks and they've got remittance technology. So you can really see that there's got a lot of things going for them. And I feel like COTI are a very interesting one just to keep an eye on going forward. And it's one that I do currently hold a position in. Not a large position, but just for a disclaimer. However, I think that one thing that COTI could fall out on is that the bigger cryptos, let's say like, you know, people don't want to use COTI for transactions or payments. They want to use, you know, ADA or Nano, which is a low cost, low environmentally damaging one. So, you know, there's other things where there's so many cryptos out there trying to become the mainstream connector between payments in reality and payments in the crypto space, that, you know, it's a very competitive field. And with competition, if it doesn't go COTI's way, they could literally collapse. So I think there's clearly what is the deal with COTI. You know, it's high risk, high reward potentially. I'm not a financial advisor. I do hold a bit for disclaimer, but I'm not trying to pump the coin. I'm trying to give my unbiased view on it and a quick explanation of what it does. But let me know what you think of COTI down in the description below, and I'll catch you again soon.